Hi everyone, it's Jerry. I have a chess miniature to share with you, a 5+2 blitz game between LeelaKnightOdds, no King Knight, and Maxime Vachier-Lagrave, avalongamemaster on lichess. Alright, we start out with a d-pawn based opening, bishop g5, and this signals the Levitsky attack. If knight f6 was in rather than d5, this here would be the Trompowsky attack. Okay, Levitsky attack it is. c6, queen d2, queen b6, met with knight c3, ignoring the pressure on b2. MVL, maybe having second thoughts about picking up this pawn, allowing piece play on the b file. Continues with development. Solid approach, bad bishop outside of the pawn chain. Queenside castles, knight d7. Leela prepares central expansion, e6, h4. Nearby g4, h5, bishop short on square, some air for the bishop with tempo. Bishop f4, bishop b4. This pin, this bishop immediately questioned here with a3. If you don't play in this way, nearby an idea for black could be to increase the pressure on c3, and white will soon be playing with doubled c-pawns. No king knight around to secure this point. So it is questioned straight away. And we see the dark square bishop for knight imbalance. Knight e7, that's move 10. Now, I find this next play by Leela remarkable. It's incredible to see how quickly Leela is able to stir up trouble from this seemingly quiet, under control position. The next move by Leela will mark the halfway point of this game. Let me throw it to you as a pop quiz. How would you continue here? Feel free to pause the video. Okay, I love the queen play by Leela. We have here queen e1. Two things going on, as you would expect. Queen, multi-purpose piece, support for e4. Also a post now on g3 nearby, forming a battery, coordinating well with the unopposed bishop. Also targeting a sensitive point, g7. Black's reaction is c5. Now, let's say black castled here. Let me show you a potential problem. After queen g3, no g4. We want queen g3 here, pinning the pawn. Queen g3 straight away in response to castles carries two threats. What's maybe the first one that you think about when you see queen g3? That this pawn is now pinned and bishop captures h6 is an idea? Let's say you get out of the pin. Here's the other problem. Bishop c7 would be there. And where do you go with the queen? You would have to go to a6 or b5. And in both cases, Leela would have e4. Targeting the bishop and queen, you win the piece back just like that. Okay. This is all happening very fast. This one little pivot back by the queen. e1 to g3. All right, black senses the potential danger here with queen g3, stirs up trouble in the center, looks to pry open this file, target c2, e4, bishop back, d takes c, and from here we have queen captures on c. Now, a train of thought here may have been, okay, if I take with the knight on c5, white's able to take twice on this d5 square. In the end, there will be a pin on the e file. Okay, it's the simple queen recapture. This pawn is now pinned. Any capture or push, we would have checkmate. From here, it's queen g3, rook c8, mate in one threat, bishop d3. Pawn takes pawn, pawn recapture, And now what? It's already an uncomfortable position for black. The move we have here is rook g8. Not at all a fun move to play. Why isn't black castling in this case? If you castle in this case, there would be bishop d6, and this knight is going to be won. What a pest this dark square bishop is. So black here plays it with rook g8, and now we have king b1. Look at the difference between the kings. Leela's king is so cozy. Perfect shelter, the black king uncastled and unable to castle. From here we have knight c6, bishop d6, queen a5. What a piece. Invasive dark square bishop cannot easily be challenged. Rook h to f1. All of Leela's pieces now activated. Black is uncomfortable. This is not fun. Rook on g8. This is not fun. King caught in the center. Leela forcing this uncomfortable situation minus the king knight. Now something I'll reflect on with these games. Can you play the opening here, Levitsky Attack? Can you play these same moves? Is there any move Leela has played thus far that you wouldn't be able to pull off if you still had a king knight? This was the only one. There'd still be a knight on g1. Okay, maybe you first move that knight and you're ready to go next with the rook. Look at how uncomfortable it is for black. Black now stumbles in this uncomfortable situation. We have here knight c to e5. b4, very weakening for the king, but the queen is now officially kicked from the defense of e5. Queen takes a3. Bishop captures knight. I think a train of thought here by black is, wait a second, if I take on b4, the bishop can fall back on b2 and block. Let me first capture the bishop. That's what we see in the game. Let me first capture the bishop, and only after the queen recaptures, then I'll take on b4. And if you want to block with the queen, great. We'll exchange queens and we'll play in a queenless ending where I'm up 2 pawns. Something was missed, though. After knight e5, can you spot the final move of this game? Feel free to pause the video. Okay, it is bishop b5 check. Black resigns. Now, MVL was not the only one who missed this. When I was skimming through the game, here was my train of thought when I saw this last move. I said to myself, why is it important to insert the check before collecting the knight? Wrong. Leela here is not interested in picking up the knight. The next move here is going to be queen captures queen. Did you see that one coming? Is this a sort of blind spot in the game? When this queen in the game went to e1 and then g3, what was happening? There was a focus on the diagonal. There was a focus on the file, and only a handful of moves later do we see this lateral influence play a role, forcing resignation. Leela is a wizard with the queen, for sure. Anyhow, your thoughts with this one, feel free, as usual, to leave any feedback to this video in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed it and maybe took a thing or two away. That's all for now. Take care.